Someone named Bojark Hoosman is here.
Thank you, Stuart.
Also, your coffee is coming late, just like you ordered.
I said latte.
Huh. Well, I wrote down late, so this is gonna be.
Gooner? I hardly know her. I don't know what I ended up titling this video as because, to be honest, I title my videos based off of the vibes I create in the studio that day, but I probably said something along the lines of, your partner hates you and you should hire a hitman to get rid of them once and for all and frame someone you hate for the crime. Oh my god, who wrote this? TikTok has a plethora of trends and challenges that unintentionally showcase to the public how inconsiderate their partners can be, and we're subjected to discourse around it for 40 days and 40 nights. Remember that orange pill theory? Like, what was that about? The name a woman question? So weird. Oh my god, do you remember Couch Guy? The dude that was like hanging out with some other girl when his long distance girlfriend decided to come visit him? So weird. There's so many random ass tests that people have made up just to see how devoted their partners are to them. And 9 times out of 10, they fail. And it's embarrassing. Not for me. I'm chilling. It's embarrassing for you. And if their partner fails hard enough, we have to be subjected to the think pieces that all basically say the same thing. Your man doesn't like you. It's like, why am I being punished because your boyfriend is terrible? Like, wait a minute, that's not fair. I just work here. Today's topic is different from the examples that I provided. We're going to be talking about weaponized incompetence. Weaponizing, in my incompetence, it's more common than you think. Before we get to the meat and potatoes of this video, we have a sponsor. This video is sponsored by Aura. You know that unsettling feeling when you Google your name and finding an alarming amount of personal information just a click away? It's like your life is an open book and anyone can flip through the pages. You know how I feel about my books. I love my books, but this is not a book I'm willing to read. It's not a good place to be. I remember the first time I searched my name online, the results, it was a wake-up call for sure. Not only was my own sensitive information readily available, but I also found details about my family members. Why is my family trying to dox me right now? Like, that was crazy. It was like our privacy had been stripped away and we were left exposed to the world. World with an O, not with a U. All right, I'm the good world. I tried being more cautious about sharing my information, but the scam calls and texts kept coming. There's this one period of time where I kept getting a text saying, "Are you a wedding DJ? Can I book you for my wedding?" Who told y'all that I was a wedding DJ? That's fake news. I'm not a wedding DJ. I'm a business lady. I couldn't help but wonder how on earth they got my number in the first place, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. The real nightmare began when some of my accounts were hacked. Suddenly, strangers had access to my bank cards and I was left dealing with the fallout. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. They show you which data brokers are selling your details and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. I don't know if y'all saw this, but AT&T revealed that over 72 million customer records, both existing and former customers, were released to the dark web. They recommended those affected to use stronger passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit card freezes or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. Well, Aura, the love of my life, she did it all for me. And the best of all, I don't have to download several different apps just because a company couldn't keep my data secure. If my info was compromised in the AT&T data breach, I wouldn't worry because Aura is always on, always doing hard work and keeping me safe. Love her! If you want to take control of your personal information and protect yourself from the dangers lurking online, head over to aura.com/world to start your 2-week free trial. The link will also be in the description below. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring. Back to the video. Weaponized incompetence, also called strategic incompetence, is a concept in popular psychology related to an individual using feigned or deliberate incompetence to avoid unwanted responsibility. In layman's terms, you act stupid or purposely do something incorrectly so that way you don't have to do something that you don't want to do. And in Fortnite terms, you purposely let yourself get knocked while fighting so your teammates have to clutch up for you and you can go get a sandwich. I stream on Twitch, by the way, twitch.tv/worldstar 2 hours not by choice, and I got a victory royale recently. On stream, live on television. I am yoinking Ninja's career. Women on TikTok who are in heterosexual relationships have been posting videos that show how obnoxious their partners can be whenever they ask them to do something simple like a household chore. Let me just get this out the way before we go any further. Not all men. because some of you are too stupid to figure that out on your own to need me to explicitly say that. So it's not all men. But it's too many. It's too many! When someone is in a relationship with someone with weaponized incompetence, every day is like being a creepy clown dentist that pulls children's teeth without anesthesia.
Mommy, where's my mom?
Oh no, he's waking up. Hit him with the giggle gas.
You can ask somebody who weaponizes their incompetence to clean up after dinner, and they will only put the food away and leave the dirty dishes around. Wait a minute, you expect me to clean that up too? I'm gonna be sick. If you're lucky, they might actually put the food away properly, because sometimes that's not even the case.
I asked my husband to put the leftovers away yesterday. It was ravioli. This is a trash bag. That's a trash bag.
I couldn't find this video, but I saw this one video months ago where someone put leftover pizza in the fridge and they didn't wrap it in anything. The pizza was raw dog in the fridge shelf, y'all. Didn't even put panties on her or nothing. She was naked and afraid. Who does that? Mind you, so this guy in the video, he was living with roommates at the time, other male roommates, and that his roommates, they went off on him. As they should, because I would be pissed if I opened the fridge to try to get a slice of the leftover pizza and I'm greeted with that. I would end up on the news. The goal of people who use weaponized incompetence is to slowly regress into a spit-drooling infant baby child that can only eat, sleep, whine, and poop. The level of laziness that has to be present in order to have the audacity to do this with someone has to be astronomical. You're telling me that in your 27 years of living, you never learned how to make toast? Crunchy bread? You can't make crunchy bread? A lot of this can be blamed on gender roles and the expectations that people have for their partners. Misogyny, yeah, power imbalances, and other buzzwords. I made a video a little while ago about treadwives and the audacity that some men have when it comes to the expectations they have for their future wives. Like, what the hell? I would say go watch that video, but I don't remember like 95% of what I said. I don't know. Was it a good video? I don't remember. I think so. Doesn't matter. I don't remember. I'm a brand new person now. Men want women in the relationship to transform into their mommies that they can slide their meat sticks in and out of. BoJack reference. I believe that weaponized incompetence is men subtly showing how much respect they have for their partners, which is none. When their wives ask them to do something as simple as change their kid's diaper, the husband, Christ, this is so heterosexual. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But the husband obviously doesn't want to do it because this task seems beneath him, so he will do everything he can to wiggle out of it. For example, he may put the diaper on wrong, not properly wipe their child after the fact, or he will claim that he's never seen a diaper in his life, or wait, he has a kid? Since when did they have a baby? He's gonna claim that he's never seen that child a day in his life. He's like, that baby is not mine. I'm not gonna take care of that thing. Who even is that? When you're in a relationship with someone, constantly weaponizing your incompetence is the most evil thing you can do. I'm talking Gotham City level evil. Like, that's just vile. Batman can't save you from this. When a woman has to deal with a man, full stop, period, pause. When a woman has to deal with a man that is constantly complaining about the fact that he can't do something, there is this mental strain that is being put upon the woman. She has to live with the fact that her partner is a high-functioning walker from The Walking Dead. And unfortunately, she's not Rick Grimes, so she can't just decapitate him for her own safety. So she has to accept the fact that she has to do almost everything in the house if she wants it done correctly.
Why is the kitchen floor covered in this sticky goo? Oh my god. You didn't put the ice cream cake away. You told me to pick up the cake at the store. I picked up the cake at the store. Everyone is arriving for the party in 10 minutes. Now we have no dessert and a huge mess. Why are you yelling at me about it? You didn't put it away. You left it on the counter. It needs to be frozen. You told me to pick it up from the store, and that's what I did. You didn't tell me to put it away. How am I supposed to know this ice cream cake needs to go in the freezer? So you took it out of a freezer at the store. You brought it home, and you didn't think that it might need to go back into a freezer? Like every other frozen grocery product, like regular ice cream? Look, I'm sorry I'm not as good at planning parties as you are, and I never do anything the way you want it. Like, nothing is ever good enough for you. It's not about what I want. I don't want the ice cream cake to be in a freezer. It needs to be in a freezer, or it ceases to be ice cream cake. Your standards are impossible to meet. It's not my standards, actually, it's thermodynamics.
That video pisses me off so much because too many people are like this. Some men are walking oxymorons because they're the ones who demand. They have to have respect because they're leaders. Yet they can't rub their two brain cells together in order to have the capabilities of putting an ice cream cake in the freezer. You can't be the man of the house if you've never cleaned your damn house before. A lot of men who act like idiots on purpose love to gaslight women into making them believe that it's their fault, that they suck at communicating what they want. For example, the TikTok. She never said to put the ice cream cake in the freezer, therefore, it's her fault that the ice cream cake melted because the ice cream cake wasn't put in the freezer. These men want a step-by-step YouTube tutorial on how to do basic tasks, and they're proud to admit that for some reason. Who's proud of that? But here's the cherry on top of the shit sandwich. Oh my god, guys, stay with me. It just gets worse. If a woman does manage to lay out exactly what he's supposed to do, walk him through step by step, the man will just complain about how patronizing she sounds because she's treating him like a child. This is a heads I win, tails you lose type of situation. I would lose my mind. So the $1 million question that people usually have is, why don't you leave him? There are a plethora of reasons why somebody would torture themselves by staying with a man-child. They have kids together. They can't afford to live without them. They genuinely still do love them to some degree. They have nowhere else to go. They're actually a robot that doesn't know that they're a robot because their soul was transferred into the metal after their tragic death that they hands up a rogue animatronic bear. Can't wait to meet you. To join the animatronic family. I grew up in a household where if something wasn't done right the first time, then congratulations, you now have to do it twice. Cutting corners and half-assing stuff wasn't gonna fly with my mama, I'll tell you that much. Some women will concede and do something themselves if their partner can't step up and do it. I'm not shaming people who do that, all right? Because trust me, I have my passive moments as well. I pick and choose my battles. And sometimes picking and choosing those battles, it's the only way that you can keep your sanity. However, if you keep pushing someone, then they will eventually reach their limit.
That's it? I think you've all done it. You finally pushed me over. Over what? The limit.
Weaponized incompetence is psychological warfare when it's used in a malicious sense. Making a woman shoulder the burden of doing all of the household chores and childcare will only make her form resentment towards her partner, and now everybody in the club is miserable. The biggest distinction between weaponizing your ignorance and actually being ignorant is how you respond to an issue or a situation when you realize that you don't know what the hell you're doing. If you are genuinely ignorant about something that your partner asks you to do, the appropriate response is to make a genuine effort to, try to learn. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. We all come out the womb with the same level of knowledge, which is nothing. We don't crawl out the coochie knowing everything. But that's not an excuse to be ignorant. Story time! I have a friend who used to be my roommate. I still hold resentment for her about that. She decided to graduate early or whatever. I have a friend. She used to be my roommate. I don't know if she watches my videos, but if she is, hi! I'm about to air out your business. She revealed to me, in confidence, no she didn't, she revealed to me that she has no idea how to make eggs, and that she has never made a fried egg before. Naturally, I was flabbergasted because this 21-year-old woman was telling me that she had no idea how to make one of the easiest breakfast foods known to man, and she couldn't whisk an egg to save her life. Whisk it! But thanks to my guidance, an angel gained some wings that day, and she learned how to fry that egg. There you go. That's an inspirational story for you. You're welcome. The best part about this sad story is that she never asked me for help with making her eggs again because she learned how to do it on her own. Okay, well, she did ask me to whisk her eggs from time to time. Whatever. It's fine. All right? I think she has carpal tunnel or something because that whisk, she just couldn't. The wrist, it's like it's all in the wrist. I told her like 1,000 times, it's all in the wrist. She couldn't do it. It's like, she was like, her wrist was locked. I was like, no, you gotta get loosey-goosey with it. She couldn't do it. You know what? I let it go. I was like, you know what? She gave it her best shot. She tried. Weaponized incompetence is not a strictly man trait, despite how much I've been talking about men this whole time. Like, it's been very strictly from a heterosexual man is at fault, woman is struggling perspective. That's not always the case. Anyone can weaponize their incompetence. Also, it's not even something that you only really see in like a romantic relationship. Family members, for example, they can do this. Friends can do this to you. And I'm sure you probably have somebody in mind right now as I say that. Anyone can be a victim of stupid, idiotic behavior. It's tragic to see some men think so lowly of themselves, though, because they simply just cannot do simple human stuff, and they seem to be proud of that. I don't know. Really strange. This is probably the result of being coddled by their toxic boy moms. Hey, wait a minute. Didn't I make a video about that? I did. I'm referencing a lot of my older videos today. What is this? A flashback episode?
Bojack reference.
With that being said, though, thoughts and prayers to all the people who have to deal with people who constantly make their lives miserable. Situations like this are difficult to navigate because you never really know how unhelpful your partner will be until you put them to the test. And even if they do pass that initial test, there's no guarantee that they're going to continue to be helpful several months or years down the line. My solution, personally, if you're in this situation, move to Mexico, cut and dye your hair, and change your name. But I understand that that's not ideal. But you know what? Sue me. Sue me for coming up with solutions. I tried. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, thanks. Subscribe if you want. Doesn't matter to me. All my social medias will be linked out in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Cool. I'm gonna go take a nap now because I'm really tired. Okay, bye.